Hey, welcome everybody. We're here today in the virtual set at videoguys.com. We're powered today by the NewTek TriCaster Mini. We've been doing a lot of work. We've got Chris Burgos from NewTek over here. He's taught us some new tricks. You're going to see us really pushing the virtual set a lot further than we normally have in the past.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
We want to talk about some Q1 promotions from NewTek. The biggest, the baddest, the NewTek TriCaster 460. Normally $19,995. We're taking $2,000 off of that puppy. $17,995, but no, there's more. We're also going to include a free copy of TriCaster Advanced Edition. Advanced Edition unlocks the TriCaster NDI technology, gives you a whole bunch of other features. It's a $2,000 value. So that's like getting $4,000 off on a $20,000 product. That's a 20% savings.
Yeah, Gary, it's really huge. I think for those customers who are looking at getting into the Advanced Edition, that taking advantage of that promotion is just ideal. I mean, you get so much off, you're getting the TriCaster Advanced Edition, and you're getting a huge discount up front. I think it's a good promotion for people to get involved with.
Yeah, I agree. For our more professional customers, the TriCaster 8000 is on sale. It's going from $34,995 to $29,995. That's a $5,000 savings. With the TriCaster 8000, we're also going to give you Advanced Edition. TriCaster 8000 is a product that's available through a local network of NewTek dealers throughout the United States of America, and if you give us a call, we'll go over which TriCaster you're interested in. If you're interested in the TriCaster 8000, we're going to put you in touch with a local dealer who can really help you with that and get through the setup and make sure you've got everything right, even help you with installation and training. I want to now talk a little bit about the TriCaster Advanced Edition, but I'm going to kick it over to Chris, who's going to tell us, first of all, what's NDI and why is it so great?
Yeah, so thanks for throwing that to me, Gary. NDI is sort of it's going to be the future when we're talking about our IP transfer protocol. So NDI is NewTek's IP transfer protocol that allows you to get video, audio, and metadata across your network. And it's just huge in the number of ways it's easy to implement. Whether you be in a school institution, a church, whether we be in a business, we are seeing tons of ways for NDI to work, and it is just amazing what we're doing for the future. So the simplest upshot of NDI is that it's auto self-discovering. So if you have two pieces of equipment or two applications that have NDI, they can just see each other over the network. So it's just as easy as either launching your application, maybe something like a NDI telestrator, or something like just launching your TriCaster Mini. Those two systems will be able to talk to each other. So NDI is very easy to use and implement on a lot of different networks.
Yeah, NDI is really cool. In fact, I named it the top technology of 2016. We think it's revolutionary. You know, first, it's going to replace the way we wire our production facilities. We're not going to need HDMI and SDI cables, but more importantly, it's a two-way communication that lets every device fully communicate, attach, see what's connected to it. So the example we use, if you've got a TriCaster and you add another TriCaster, they can see each other. So all the cameras hooked up to the TriCaster, let's say in the gymnasium, can now be seen by all the cameras hooked up to the TriCaster that's in the studio. You can double the amount of inputs to 8 inputs. So it's a really remarkable technology, and we're just at the cutting edge of it. 2-3 years from now, NDI is going to be industry standard. I'm sure of it, Chris.
Yeah, that's what we're really looking forward to at NewTek. Just as you put, the ease of use and the amount of ways that NDI works in so many different environments. It's really, really sort of the future, as we say, but not so much the future as it also is right now. NDI can be implemented on your network today. It uses gigabit networks. We're not asking you to do huge investments on your network infrastructure. And with NDI 2.0, we're actually crossing over subnets. So we're giving people the ease of IP video without having to spend a ton of money on your network infrastructure or hire an IT guy. This is stuff that even the people in your high schools, the students in your high school, can set up NDI networks. It's going to be great for the future.
I agree, and for $2,000 you get TriCaster Advanced Edition, but it's more than just NDI, because NDI is the great protocol of the future, but there's also a ton of additional features and performance. So if I have a TriCaster and I get Advanced Edition for $2,000, which, by the way, if you own a TriCaster, the #1 investment that you should be making this year is Advanced Edition. But Chris, go over some of the interesting new performance and features you'd get with Advanced Edition. Say you had a TriCaster 460 as an example.
Sure. Okay. So going from your traditional TriCaster, you're going to see a lot of new improvements. One of the big ones you always see that people see a lot of usage of is the new streaming encoder. So now we can stream to a bunch of different third parties. We have things like Twitch
Facebook?
TV, Facebook Live is around right now, Microsoft Azure, to name a few. We also have more robust streaming codecs to let you get up to that 1080 quality that was always useful, as well as a lot of other features within the macros. We can now trigger macros with things like audio. We also have support for Dante audio over IP. I believe the feature list that we have going with Advanced Edition is well over the 125 value, something like that. So there's a lot of content in there, and it's things like auto coloring your camera. So now you don't have to be so intense with how your cameras look. We were using that a little earlier. Yep. So the feature list that you get with Advanced Edition is well above the price, and not to mention that NDI is part of that package. So you add together just what it was doing before, enhancing your productions, and then you say, oh yeah, and we're giving you the ability to do all this IP workflow. Yep. And the Advanced Edition 2.0 upgrade is really a no-brainer.
Yeah, and let's talk about who can get it. You have to be on the most modern version of a TriCaster to get it. So you have to be on a 410, a 460, an 860, an 8000, or a Mini, and that can be upgraded to instantly to Advanced Edition. It's just a software upgrade.
Right, so we consider that the Pro line.
Right.
So as an example, if you guys are familiar with some of our older products, the 55 line, so that was the 855 and the 455, those guys are technically before the Pro line. So you just need a couple of software upgrades to get there. So that's necessarily something that's not too far away. But if you're using an older piece of technology, maybe even going back to like a TriCaster Studio,
or a 300.
Yeah, like a 300, then what you guys want to do is get in contact, call these guys, and find out the pathways and ways in which you can get that unit back and actually get some value towards a new system.
Yeah, one of the cool things about TriCasters and NewTek is whatever TriCaster you own, there's going to be some deal, some offer available to you to upgrade to the latest and greatest versions. And it's cross grades, upgrades. It's very complicated. I couldn't show it to you here because we actually get a matrix every quarter of what the specials are. But if you give us a call, we can walk you through it. And it's really exciting because you never are stuck on the oldest version. And when you're ready to come up to the new flavor, you get the latest TriCaster with Advanced Edition. You're rocking and rolling. And those promos we have are just fantastic.
Yeah, and again, I can't stress it enough. NDI is sort of just exploding, and I think we're going to get into some of the NDI pieces. But also, NDI is all our third parties. NDI is an open codec. There is no licensing fees. It is an SDK that you just have to request to download. So if you were talking about any school institutions, houses of worship, sports applications, all these sort of things are now going to be NDI enabled, so your graphics channels are going to be NDI.
You mentioned schools. Let's talk about schools, because one of the things that NewTek has come up with that's truly amazing is they're calling it the TriCaster Advanced Edition Software Bundle. The software bundle is loaded with software. Not only do you get the Advanced Edition software, you're going to get Telestrator, the virtual set, the isocoder. It's pretty much a whole suite of NDI utilities you're going to get with it. And it's $9.95. So if you're a school and you've got a TriCaster that's going, at this bundle at $9.95, it's just amazing all the stuff it unlocks. Chris, I want to kick it over to you and tell us a little bit about your favorite NDI features in this package.
Oh man, for me, and maybe I have a soft spot for this because I actually demoed this first at last year's NAB. NDI Telestrator is this amazingly simple app. If you have any kind of sports and you want to give one of your person the ability to be John Madden, NDI Telestrator unlocks that. And as you went over before, this is a package of softwares. Individually, these softwares will cost significantly more than $1,000.
I think $4,000. I think
it probably is even a little more than that because I know isocoder has a price tag is with it, a transmit. So these different pieces would all add up to a lot. But for me, Telestrator, if you're doing sports, the ability to give that person to just do some simple drawings, and it works with Microsoft Surface. So that's a real cool thing. We also have Adobe Creative Cloud is in there as well. So if people are trying to do edits on Premiere, Creative Cloud is huge. Think of the ability to edit a piece of edit a piece of video, and at the same time as you're editing it, your chief editor can view it because we're using IP.
Yep.
So on his desktop or laptop, he can watch what you're doing. And then as soon as you're done with that piece of content, you can just press play on the timeline, and it's playing directly into your TriCaster. No more need for transcoding.
No rendering.
It is an entirely new way to think about the way we construct and make our video
If you're
content.
doing news or something, you can do the highlight film, hit the space bar, boom, it's right out.
And it's happening in real time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, NDI is truly that sort of new wave.
We put some bundles together with the TriCaster Edition and the Minis.
Yes.
Because we know the Mini's a real important product. You know, not everyone's got the big budget in the under $10,000 space. So our TriCaster Advanced Edition bundles include a TriCaster with advanced edition at a price. We also have those bundles available if you're in a school with the school. So schools can start with a bundle where we take the $9.95 package, we add it to the TriCaster Mini. So it's a great way for under $10,000 for a school to get started with a very robust video editing situation. So one of the things I wanted to talk about with you, Chris, and you're the expert on this, and we're winding down, we only have a few minutes left, is what's the real difference between a TriCaster Mini SDI and a TriCaster 460? Because the schools especially, but the churches call me up and they say, what's the difference? They both have 4 SDI inputs. You know, what am I really getting for the money when I get a TriCaster 460? And I tell them, a lot.
Yeah, it is more than just form factor. And I think what you got to think about, and for the people at home, is its design philosophy. The TriCaster Mini design is expressly in that nice, cool, almost like thick textbook form factor.
Put it in your backpack.
Put it in your backpack, travel with it, but that has restrictions and limitations. So when we go to the 460, we have the larger I/O space, which means we can do things like older cameras, component composite cameras, YC. We can accommodate for more kinds of audio. If you've ever used the Mini, one of the real sort of pain points is that it only has a certain level of audio inputs.
We've lived through that here.
And for your schools or for your smaller organizations that are just going to roll with that, it's great. But when you want to sort of have that more elaborate show, you now have XLR audio inputs for your TriCaster.
Yep.
And so you're not limited to just using the SDI embedded or the NDI, which we would love you to use, but you also have some of that older analog stuff.
Yeah.
So
and the TriCaster 460 also gives you more MEs, right?
you have a greater space for the ME control. You have the compositions, which are amazing. Compositions are allow you to do digital video effects where we can do sort of moves and sweeps and automate these things, so high levels of automation, as well as having more buffer space. We have more animated buffers. So it is really the difference between, you know, the concessions made for size are great for those on-the-go productions, but if you were in a school institution that maybe had hooks with a college, and you want to get those students to learn real production, the 460 is sort of the better way to go because it has all the animated pieces that they might see in a real-world environment.
So Mini, getting started on a budget, whole lot of features and performance. You're not giving up anything.
Definitely
There's just
not.
more that you get with the 460. But if you're really trying to get into this on a more professional broadcast level, or to train kids for a better level, or if you're a church where you can just install this into, you know, the studio, it's the way to go. So, you know, I think we actually hit this one on time, believe it or not, Chris. One of the things we wanted to talk about here at Video Guys is not only do we sell the TriCasters, we've got a whole bunch of other products that go great with TriCasters. We were talking about sports. We've got some graphics. You can get graphics from New Blue Effects, Chiron Higo, and DeltaCast.
If I were to stop you, all NDI enabled.
All NDI. We've got TerraDeck, who allows you to take your camera and have it remotely come into the NewTek through Wi-Fi or cellular bonding. We've got the PTZ optics camera that we've been using right now for the close-ups on us today. And then we've got Wowza services, and we've got storage from G-Tech and Lexar. This really wraps up the webinar, guys. I want to thank you a lot. Thank you, Chris, for coming in. It's greatly appreciated. Videoguys.com. We've got some great specials on TriCasters for you. Remember the TriCaster 460 at $17,995. That's with Advanced Edition and a control surface. It's Gary and Chris Burgos from Videoguys.com.
Thanks
Peace.
for joining us.
Video Guys is available Monday to Friday. Give us a call, 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.